Hey man, what's up?
You ready?
Let's do this.
Welcome back, Riverside. I'm BK.
And I'm Mariba Mod.
Today's episode is a special place in our hearts as this is the season 4 finale.
We will have our final semester update of Riverside Athletics from Chad Andrews.
Then we'll take a look at Clay Newsom, one of our drum majors and captain of our 5-time national champion, Raider A-Team.
Following that, we'll be saying goodbye to one of our producers, Mark Hughes, who will be graduating early, heading off to Army Basic Training at Fort Benning. Then, we will be hearing from our senior producer, our chaplain, and one of our music teachers on their opinions regarding Kanye West's new album, Jesus is King.
Catch all this and more on
ENN. For the last couple of weeks here at Riverside, companies have been competing in a canned food drive contest to see which company donates the most canned food items.
Charlie Company took the win with 1,000+ cans. For winning, Charlie got to catch up on some extra Z's and Miss Mess won passing review last week.
This event was organized by our new Director of Student Affairs, Mr. Jamie Berkeley. Let's head over there to hear more about this excellent competition.
So my name is Jamie Berkeley. I am the Director of Student Affairs here at Riverside Military Academy. And the food drive simply came about because of the great things I saw at previous institutions that I worked at and the things that they were able to do. And so I wanted to kind of bring that opportunity here for Riverside to be, to actually get them excited about something that would allow them to give back to their community. As I stated last week, I knew for a fact that it would be successful, but I had no idea that it would be that successful, and it just blew my mind, as well as the individuals that are here at Riverside. We are so thankful for the cadets giving back the way they did, and this was an amazing opportunity for them to do so. And we raised well over 6,000 cans, well over 4,000 pounds. And we look forward to doing this again here next year and making it even bigger.
Hi, I'm Cadet Tomazini from Alpha Company, and this is my story of donating for the canned food drive. So it all started off near the end of, say, the 3rd week, and I haven't donated anything yet. So my mom texted me saying, hey, do you want to do anything for the food drive? And at the time I also noticed that we have Christmas coming up, and I didn't really need anything or wanted anything for Christmas. So I decided see if I could donate all of my pretty much Christmas money to canned foods to donate. And I really hope that it helped out a lot of people in need of food. I just want to thank everybody who supported me, my mom especially, for helping me out with this. So this is my story for the canned food drive. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Berkeley.
Final exams are coming up, and they're extremely important as they count for 20% of your semester grade. So make sure you visit Opportunity Time throughout the week.
At our last assembly, the Riverside Military Academy Rock Band put on a surprise performance for everyone. Let's take a listen and rock on!
Riverside, it's that time of the year. Christmas furlough begins on December 19th or after your last final exam. When you're home, enjoy time with your families and stay safe. And from all of us here at ENN,
Happy Holidays!
What's going on, Riverside? It's Chad Andrews back again for another Riverside Athletics update. On this week's Riverside Athletics, you're hearing all about our swimming team's fantastic start to their season, more about our wrestling team and their performance at their past couple meets, our fencing team preparing for their next home meet, and lastly, our amazing rifle team and the performance at their past shooting match. Catch all this and more on Riverside Athletics. Our swim team has been to 5 meets where they've dominated each time and have already qualified for state in the 200 freestyle relay with Cadets Okingo, Ratcliffe, Clore, and Legaspi. Cadet Clore will also compete in the 100 breaststroke and the 200 free relay with Cadets Okingo, Ratcliffe, and Lee at the upcoming state meet. Impressive start to the season, guys, and keep up the excellent work. Our Riverside Eagles went to the Big Red Rumble varsity duels over the weekend before Thanksgiving at Gainesville High School. The boys had an outstanding performance on Saturday. Out of 12 teams, we finished 5th. We won 4 and lost 2. The team worked well together and showed an outstanding effort. This past Tuesday, we hosted a meet against Athens Christian and Athens Academy. Our Eagles have maintained an overall record of 5 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. Good luck and keep pushing for a fantastic season. After a narrow loss in their first week against Duluth High School by just 4 points, our rifle team came out on top last night against Lithonia High School. Great job to the 5 shooters that competed, especially Connor Brady, who shot 283 out of 300 points. Good luck in your next match. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode. I'm Chad Andrews, and you're watching Riverside Athletics.
Thanks, Chad. Now let's head over to Clay Newsom to see what he does for Riverside.
My name is First Lieutenant Clay Newsom. I'm the Executive Officer for Band Company and the Assistant Drum Major. As Assistant Drum Major, it is my duty to make sure all cadets in the band are warmed up, in tune, and ready to step off at the beginning of every rehearsal. I make corrections and I assist the drum major in any of his duties. Chicago was a great success, even though it was freezing cold. The guys still managed to sound great while looking sharp and doing it. I want to thank Chief Giovi, Mr. Rossi, Major Cleaves, Colonel Przewski, and all the parent chaperones that came to help and support and made the Chicago trip possible. I went to Raider Camp my junior year, not really expecting much, not really expecting to make the team, but when I made B team, it was kind of a shock, and from there I just wanted to push myself harder and harder. I lost weight and I grew stronger and stronger until I finally made B team the next year, and from there it was just a brotherhood of guys that to this day I know that will have me back, and I can always look to each one of the coaches, First Sergeant Williams, Colonel Payne, and Coach Oscar for any guidance and support I need. So it was a big impact on my life. I came here in the middle of my sophomore year with a pretty bad relationship between my parents and a pretty poor GPA, but with the structure and leadership guidance from Riverside, I was able to move up in the ranks and find a purpose where I could excel and really get closer to my family, even though I'm living an hour away. Try to be as kind as possible towards one another and help each other out when in need, because everyone has bad days, and don't hold it against each other. Just work through it and help each other out.
Thank you, Clay. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? The Cadet Store introduces their stylish RMA scarves to keep your neck warm all winter for the low price of $14.95. Come get yours today.
Great job on the awesome commercial, Luis. Next, we'll be saying our final goodbye to one of our producers, Mark Hughes. Mark will be graduating early in a couple of weeks because he's heading off to basic training for the United States Army down at Fort Benning, Georgia.
We ask that everyone watching this keeps Mark in their thoughts and prayers. Thank you for your courage, Mark. We'll miss you. Sincerely, your ENN family.
Hey Riverside, it's me, Mark Hughes, and it looks like it's time for me to say goodbye and begin my journey into adulthood. I made plenty of wonderful memories here at Riverside, like being on the national champion Raider team and meeting people from all around the world. This year I worked my way up to being an officer in Bravo Company and a producer on the Eagle News Network team. My experience working in ENN has taught me how to work with a team, manage time efficiently, and produce content that can captivate an audience. I really would like to thank Riverside for giving me all the opportunities that it has, and I would especially like to thank Mr. Garrett for hosting a program like this and bringing me on the team and just showing me so many skills that I can use in my life. Thank you guys, and I'll see you soon. You know, we out here, you know.
Next, our senior producer, Macklin Sanders, will give us an in-depth look at Kanye West's new album entitled Jesus is King from some of our Riverside faculty members. Take a look.
Good evening, Ms. Dodd, Coach Cummings. Today we're going to be talking about Kanye West's new album, Jesus is King. How do you think Kanye differs in this album as opposed to his other albums?
So you have 11 songs on the album. The first 5 are really detailing this turmoil, this struggle, this focus on the monetary aspects of life and sort of the me factor of it. And then you have the one song in the middle that goes even further and actually speaks to that transitional moment when that inner turmoil, that inner fight sort of comes to a head. And then the one after that is called Water, and that talks about baptism and redemption and being cleaned and purifying, and then everything after that really turns and is pointed upwards to God. So I think if you just follow that story format of the whole thing, you really see his testimony in it.
God has used all kinds of mediums throughout history to get his message across, to get his word across. I was watching somebody on television covering his services the other night. And there was a kid there, 17 years old, and his girlfriend. And he said, I had never really, God wasn't even a thought in my life. And after going to this service, I realized, hey, this is something I better think about. So, Kanye's another tool of Christ to get across his message, and it's a little bit different, and that's great. I think he's going to touch a generation of people, probably not my generation, thank you, but he's going to get a lot of people that haven't considered it, and it's powerful and it's fantastic. And I don't know if this is the third great awakening.
This episode is dedicated to the 2,300 men and women who lost their lives on this day in 1941 at the attack of Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. 4 days later, the United States of America declared war on the Empire of Japan. This is a day that will forever live in infamy.
Thanks, Macklin. And also, thank you so much to all of our viewers for your support as we strive to produce the highest quality content for our brothers in blue.
And we'll see you for Season 5 premiering this January.
And you've been watching Best for Last, ENN!
Christmas furlough begins on December 19th, or after your last final...
Go back up, we're fine.
Happy holidays. That's good.
Happy holidays.
You gotta be excited.
Now, let's over to Clay. Let's over.
And we'll see you for Season 5 premiering this January. And you've been watching...
Our swim team has been to 5 meets where they've dominated each. What?
Let's take a listen and rock on.
And rock on.
And rock on.
And let's take a listen and
Rock on.
Rock
Yeah,
on.
rock on.
Rock on.
I get rock on.
Let's take a listen and rock on.
Rock on. Rock on.
All right, let's go. Thanks, Chad. Let's go. Come on. It doesn't matter. You look the same. You look the exact same.